Good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come to you live Monday evenings at 7 p.m., and I bring you a card that we make, and I show you how to make it. And I try to use new products, and tonight I do have a product that is it's free if you purchase $120 out of the celebration. It's actually in the celebration catalog, so you get to choose. But it's in our, let's see which catalog. It's not even on my desk. It is the catalog that's all the way till April, but the celebration goes till end of February. So we have just about another month left for celebration. So I was playing around with it at retreat, and I came up with this fun card. We're coming up on Valentine's, so I thought I would make sort of a Valentine's card. The one that I played with at retreat, I made it a thank you, but I'm going to kind of change up the greeting and make it a little bit more a Valentine greeting. But I didn't have all of the stuff with me at retreat, so I made it a little bit different. But then when I got home, I could kind of play with it a little bit more. So what I'm using is called Heart Shaped, and it's really fun to play with. It has my heart loves your heart, and that's actually what I'm going to put on as the greeting tonight. Thank you. That's what I put on here now. But I'm going to put on the greeting. Sorry, my nose is running. It says, my thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. I thought that was really cute, just because I care, and hello. So it's got some really fun sayings as well, and then this really pretty heart, and you can cut out the heart as well as stamp it. These 3 flowers, you can stamp and then cut out the 3 flowers, but it also cuts out individual flowers, which is really fun. And then leaves. And so that's really, so when you purchase the $120 or more, you get both the dies and the stamp set. Amazing. I also used our Spotlight on Nature dies to cut out these 2 circles. So this outer circle and then the inner circle. Okay. I originally used the Stylish Shapes to cut out this banner. And so tonight I ended up cutting out the heart-shaped dies. Comes with a banner, and that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to change that up a little bit. So I used a thick basic white as our cardstock, and so I'm not going to put anything on the inside as far as cardstock, but I would put a greeting on the inside, but normally, as you know, what I don't do. Good evening, Mom. On the inside, I don't normally stamp anything for lives, but you definitely would want to stamp something because it looks a little plain. So what you could do is this comes with, you can do some flowers. What I would do is I would stamp some flowers on the inside maybe on the corners, and then put another greeting on the inside just to make it look really pretty, but I didn't for this. But what I did do is I didn't want it to be very plain, so I embossed my layers, which I love to emboss. So this embossing one that I did that I had at retreat, it is the, oh my goodness, I knew I'd forget it and I don't have it with me. It's the one in the new catalog, the paint one. So I wanted to do the swirly one, so I had that at home. So tonight I'm using this So Swirly one instead of the paint one. But whatever one you have would look nice too. So I'm going to do the So Swirly one for our card tonight. All right, so I cut everything out so that we'd have it all together. And I got it all ready and prepped so we can work with it. So let's kind of switch you around a little bit. Okay. So what did I do with my card base? Oh my goodness gracious. I was messing around with it. So, oh, here we go. Okay, so again, we're using the thick basic white because it's going to be our card base. So we want it thicker. And then we're going to put just the regular basic white on top of it. So your card base is a standard 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to just fold that, and then we're going to just crease that. And the table got all moved around, so I'm trying to make sure I'm actually in. We moved everything off, and we took some pictures of some stuff, so everything's all moved and crazily messed around. So again, I did this so swirly, and so we're going to try and decipher which side I don't want. I think this is more of the bumpy side, so I'm going to put my glue on this side. So I like it open. So yeah, this side. So we want to make sure we get some of that glue on the little crevices. Get that down in there. And then I like to make sure I put some in the corners so the corners don't come up. And we are going to put this. Now I was going to make it just a little bit bigger than our normal 5 1/4 by 4, but it's white, so it really doesn't matter. But you could go all the way to the edges, just so that it's all the way out there. All right, so then we layered. Oh my goodness, and where are my layers? Had everything sitting out here ready for me. Oh, I layered it and buried it. Right. So I'm playing with the different colors. Oh, okay, thank you. All right, so I'm going to play with Real Red and Cherry Cobbler because those are obviously very nice, pretty Valentine colors. But you also could do pinks. But I'm using, because I could use this side and then I could do pinks because this paper is absolutely gorgeous. However, right now, this marbled paper is, no, we can get the paper right now. We just can't get, I think it's back in stock. For a while, it was out of stock and we were stocking up on it. But we can't get the really pretty gold hearts. So I can't show anyone the gold hearts because you can't get it. So crazy. They are on back order until after March, they said. So can't even get them. So I'm not even putting them on this card. But you could use the pinks in this. That would be also very pretty to do. And I should have flipped it over and done the pink sides instead of the reds, but I like the reds. So this is the back side, and the back side are hearts, which is really pretty. So this Cherry Cobbler piece is my, where's my sheet? This is my 2 1/8 by 5 1/8, and then my DSP is 2 by 4 7/8. So that's going to give us our layer. So we can go ahead and put that on our card. That's going to be our layer no matter what. So we can go ahead and put this together. Try and get our edges. Okay, we can go ahead and put this on here because I want this to be on here, and I'm going to build off of it anyways. The red circle is going to be ginormous anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And it's going to just have just a little bit showing. Make just a tiny border, and tiny border anyway. So we'll get that on there and get that All right. Now, what I didn't do, because I didn't have with me, on this white piece, you can take a dauber, which is this is a dauber that just fits in your finger, or a blending brush. But I don't have a blending brush that has red on it already, but I have a dauber that already has real red. So we're going to take my real red, and I'm just going to give this a little bit of color. And a blending brush will do the same thing as a dauber. So I'm going to just, hopefully not make a big mess, daub on my pad, and then we're just gonna, I want a piece of paper. All right, well, I just want to daub here. All right, yep, that's what happened. So I just want to blend some of this color on here, and a blending brush will do a little bit better. My daubers are getting old and they're just kind of fading away here. But I just want to blend some of this on here. We're going to put something on here so it will blend it on, and so you really won't see the color, but it's you can tell I tried to do it a little bit afterwards, and so you can't really see it as much. So we're going to just give this white some color, and so it will be really pretty and give it a little bit of not so starkness to it. Again, a blending brush would probably work a little bit better just because my daubers are kind of falling by the wayside. I'm getting older, so, but it's working. I mean, it's doing its job. All right, so that's giving it some color. Kind of blotchy, but it'll be all right. So then these little flowers too that we cut out, I'm going to give them a little bit of color before I wipe this off. And then I'm going to wipe my table off. Oh, it's kind of the tips of them. Okay. And I did 3. I should have brought in a wet cloth, but a Kleenex will do too. It'll just wipe it right off of there. Alrighty. And I'm going to do this last one. It's just going to give it a little bit of, whoa, I did a little bit more than I wanted on that one. All right, so that one's going to have just a little bit more color to it. All right. And then, I think I'm going to do, so this is where I'm going to put the saying on. I'm going to just do the edges. I haven't done the edges of anything in a long time. That's going to go on this little white piece too. And I'm going to stamp it in white, in red, but I just think that it will kind of just give it a little bit more. So there we go. Okay. So now I'm going to stamp on this. My heart loves your heart. And I'm going to do that in real red. This is so tiny that I don't want it to move around. This mat is really slippery. So that fits right on there so perfectly. Let's see if I can get it straight, however. Not sure that that's really straight on there, but we'll see. A little crooked, but I think that'll do. All right. Now I'm going to take a tissue and wipe this off so I don't get red on any more things. A wet one will get it off better, but I think that will be okay for now. I'd forgotten I was going to do that, but that looks really nice. All right, so now we're going to stamp in Cherry Cobbler this little heart in here. That up nice. Okay, stamp that in here. Oh, that looks very nice. Now that has just a little bit of color in there and around there. So that looks kind of nice to have not such a stark whiteness to it. All right, and now we're going to glue our red. So I cut out the heart in the red. I'm going to glue that on. And I glued mine down a little bit, but I think I'm going to glue this one a little bit off so you can see that. And you just want a little bit of glue. We're going to just hold it down. So as soon as my glue gets down to the bottle there, let's put some on these little leaves. I think I'm going to get my little tweezers out here to hold on to this. That will be easier to hold and glue. Now I've got glue all over my fingers. All right. See, I just used just a little bit of glue. All right. That will hold it on there just fine. And then we're going to position it so that you can see it. So I'm going to just offset it just a little bit. I did mine a little bit more, but I think I like it just a little bit of offset. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. So you can still see it. You can see it through it anyways, but I think that looks better. That one I did better. I kind of played with mine to see how I liked it. All right. And then we can glue this onto here. This is why this one had this back red one had to be bigger, because this one had to be big. And then I was like, oh my goodness, that's going to just take over my whole card. And it does. So you want to glue just the inside of there because you don't want the glue seeping out of the hole. So you just want some glue there. You really don't want any glue to seep out. So that fits in there very nicely. When you open up the nature, these dies, they all fit inside of each other, which is so nice. All of these different sizes all fit inside of here. Now, I did, everyone knows, I do like my dimensionals. So I did not dimensional this though, because this is already raised up. And so I thought I might dimensional it, but it's just a bit much because there's already so much raising, but you could dimensional that. But if you're going to mail it, I would not do that. But I did dimensional now, but I'm not going to put any dimensionals on this either. So I just glued all this on. Because it already, I don't know though. I think I might just put on this one. I think it still should, it could go through. I'm going to put dimensionals on it. I am going to put dimensionals on it because I like my dimensionals. I still don't think it would be that many. I think you could still mail it. But I might not mail this one. All right, let's see how this looks here. All right. Now we have to slide this over a little bit because we want it to go, not to hang over this edge. So we have to kind of slide it over just a little bit. Here we go. And this is going to fit down here. My heart loves your heart. All right. And then we want these. So a good trick for these, you want them to look like flowers and not flat. So take your bone folder and you're going to just take and flip them up just a little bit. Each little petal, you're just going to flip them up. And that makes it so that they actually have like curves to them. Super simple. I'm just curving them just a little bit. But when I get done, you'll see that they're not flat anymore and they look like petals. And voila, there you go. And now they're not flat anymore. You can't see that on the white. But see, then they're not flat. And this one's flat. So see, that one's flat. And then that one has curves. And if you want them curved more, because like this one doesn't have enough curve to it, just go back and just curve it some more. Oops, I'm not on camera. Curve it some more. You just take it and just curve it up with your bone folder. And then we're going to put just a little bit of glue on the bottom of those. And put those on. And then I'm actually going to put dimensionals on that. I really like that with some red on that end of that. That looks really good. I'm glad I did that. The other one didn't have any red. My thank you. You'll see the difference. Here's the other one. And we'll put some curve to these. All right, so I'll do the same thing. I'm going to use my tweezers and hold this so I can put just a dab of glue. Let's see, I'm going to stick one about right here. Hold it there for a second. And then we're going to pick this up. And we're going to do this one. I think I want him definitely right there. Oops. And I want this one. All right, and then, all right, let's see if little dimensionals will fit on the back of here. I don't know if they should, but let's see. I took all those with me to, there we go, retreat, and I brought them back, but I don't know where I put them. All right, here we go. Yeah, mini dimensionals will fit. So, it's a bit much because I don't think I needed that many, but that's okay. Actually, I think I needed one more. No, I didn't. Okay. Well, that's going on the end. All right. So I'd been at retreat on the weekend, and I get in my car, and dimensionals were in my car. So these things, they get everywhere. No matter how much you sweep up, you don't think they're on you, but they're everywhere. Oh, good. So you like the swirl little thing. Good. Okay. Now we need little jewels for in there. So these are online jewels now. They were Christmas jewels, but now they're online until they last. So these were the cherry cobbler and pearl adhesive backed jewels. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them inside there. And that will finish off our little flowers. That gives them a little bit of zing there. Ta-da! There we go. Okay. There we go. All right, so this is the one that I just made, and it says, "My heart loves your heart." And then this is the one that I made at retreat for me to decide that I want to make this for card class. And it does look a lot better. I guess you can kind of tell to have some color here rather than to have no color. So it does give it a little bit of and color on the flowers too. So this thing looks good. I know we always like bling, don't we? This thing. So yeah, and this looks so much better. I could have done that with this part too, and that's what made me think about it. So, but yeah. So that's our cards for tonight. And then again, decorate the inside because that just looks so plain too. So I mean, I would think I would do like probably another saying and then maybe stamp these little flowers. They're so cute. You could stamp those inside too and make it a little more decorative as well. If you haven't signed up for my card class and you want to come to card class Saturday, we are going to do some Valentines. I have we're going to use the Heart of Elegance stamp set. We're not going to use this one. We're going to use this Hearts of Elegance stamp set and the paper and do some happy Valentines and stuff like that. So if you want to come to class, let me know and we can get you signed up. And otherwise, we will. And if you need anything else, so like I said, celebration is through the end of February. So let me know if you are wanting to sign up and take advantage of that. I can also help you do that. Otherwise, I will see you next Monday. Have a great rest of your week, and thank you for joining. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.